Welcome to the Inner Nexus. Today we're going to be talking about 3 ways to manage your stress. I'll be giving you a short-term exercise, a mid-term exercise, and a long-term exercise. And I think every 3 of these exercises are very powerful and very useful. But each one of them is working on specific areas. It is especially about your mental health, but also about your physical health. Let's start with the first one. It's about reducing your stress in the long term, and it's all about your mental health. There's so many people around the world right now that is feeling stressed. It might be because of the external factors, such as stress on the job, family issues, or even private issues. So many of us don't feel enough, don't feel good enough. We're not proud of ourselves, we don't trust ourselves, and we don't feel loved, and we do not feel worthy. And this is mainly here the reason why we are feeling stressed often comes from. And a lot of us don't know why and don't know how to manage it. So this is a great exercise. I'll let you know that I was inspired by other therapists, especially psychologists, to do this exercise. I do it myself, but I also tell my patients to do it who needs to work on their mental health. Look back at my video with the hierarchies. The highest system in your body is the nervous system. So that's your brain. Your brain needs to be treated well. You need to talk positively to yourself. So this is why this is a good exercise. It's about creating your own boundaries and know the values within yourself so that you're truly aware of how much you're worth and how much you are loved, but especially from yourself. That is the most important part. And here is how you do it. So you write down in the middle, you create your eye. That's the center. And on your first lift here, it's all about your work. Is it good colleagues? Is it a good salary? Write it down in words or sentences. In your right, you got your relations, true friends, family, and again, could be colleagues. Write down what you value. And on the bottom left, you got your health. Write down what you think is healthy to you. And on your bottom right, you got this called your own time. So what values lies within your own time? What is your self-care? What do you do to make yourself happy? How would you make a friend happy if they were feeling a bit down? Maybe that's the same thing that you should be doing to yourself. So this exercise can be done annually or every 6 months. What boundaries do you have right now? And what values do you have right now? It changes every year, so you need to update yourself on your mental health. Now for the second exercise. This is the midterm exercise of reducing stress. This is absolutely one of my favorites. It's a breathwork exercise, and I call it the deep, direct, diaphragmatic stretch. It sounds a bit silly, but that's how it is. The deep, direct, diaphragmatic stretch. So, since the diaphragm is a muscle, you should work it like a muscle. Put it into full range of motion. And that is exactly what you're gonna do in this exercise. And that is also the trick within this exercise. So it's all about breathing in through the nose. You need to expand your stomach. The only part that should be moving right now is your belly button and your stomach expanding. Then to reach a maximum of your breath. And you do not hold it. You do not breathe out. You actually keep breathing in, even though it seems impossible. But it isn't. And while you're breathing in, you keep expanding. And this is the important part, because this is where you're actually be stretching your diaphragm. So it kind of looks like this. You're breathing in, you reach your maximum, but then you tend to breathe in even more and keep expanding your stomach. And you'll be stretching just a tiny bit more. And when you do that for approximately 5 seconds, this stretching of the diaphragm, you need to breathe out slowly through your nose again, and then you tuck your belly button in, slowly in, all the way in, and then you have stretched your diaphragm in a full range of motion. And that is very effective. And you need to treat your muscle like this, like any other muscle. Try for yourself. You should expect 2 to 3 weeks if you do this exercise daily, then you will have a powerful effect from it. I promise you that. But it takes some time. It takes some time, so be patient. And now for the third exercise. This is also a very favorable and powerful exercise of mine. It's a manual technique. I use it on my patients a lot actually, and I will teach you how you do it on yourself. You need to have in mind, this might be very painful if you got problems within your neck, your cranium, your inner ear, or your jaws. You should not be afraid of your pain. The pain is a good thing, but keep in mind, it can be very painful doing this technique. So be gentle on yourself when you push into these tissues, okay? So what you're gonna do in this technique is actually the same as the other techniques. The main purpose is to reduce your sympathetic nervous system and increase your parasympathetic nervous system. So your rest and digest system. You need to become more calm and relaxed after doing these exercises. You're gonna have your one finger, thumb, into the ear canal. The other finger should be on the other side. So on the top here, you have something called maxillary tuberosity, or the pterygoid plateau. I'm gonna show you here. So this is where the finger will be. This is the plateau. Okay? So one finger there. And the other thumb here, or the movement you're gonna do, is pushing against each other. You'll be feeling some soft and also dense tissue. So the direction will be like this, creating compression around the area. And this compression is gonna affect a lot of nerves, especially some cranial nerves. And they go deep inside your brain, into the brainstem, and they will be affecting a lot of areas and helping your body get more into the parasympathetic nervous system. So for the first 10 to 30 seconds, that'll be the most painful part. Hold the compression and the tension and just wait for your body to fix itself. This is the magical part. The pain reduces. This is where you'll slowly let go, and then you'll be finished. So doing this technique, it's best to lay on the floor on your back, because the tension you'll be creating within your mouth will give a lot of saliva. So instead of just dripping all over yourself, please lay down on the floor and you'll be more successful doing this technique. So that's it. My top 3 exercises for reducing stress in the long term, in the mid-term, and the short term. I hope you will give them a try, maybe each one of them. And please let me know in the comment section below how you did and what effects you had from it. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in my next video, where I'll be diving into some more interesting topics. Stay tuned.